So in this class we are going to deal with hierarchies. Now what do you mean by hierarchies? We will refer to mass data, right? In BW, mass data is classified into three types. One is what? Attribute, text and hierarchies. So getting back to the concept of master data, we understood that every characteristic in its object can have its own attribute table, text table and hierarchy table. Right? Till now we just been formulating a characteristic just with attribute and text. We are not been using hierarchies now. Now we would like to formulate hierarchies also for the characteristic information, master data. So in attributes we just store all the properties of it, right? In attribute data, you basically format all the properties of it. In the text, you maintain what? The descriptions. In the reporting, instead of showing the key, you would like to formulate the text and put descriptions. And that is what you maintain in the text table. Now, when it comes to hierarchies, let's say when you have the parent-child data, okay, or a tree-like structure data, we go with hierarchies. Okay. Basically, when you have some data which is in the form of parent-child data or tree-like structure data, and in the reporting you would like to represent this as form of a tree, where user can expand it and analyze this more, drill into by expanding the links here. So when you have this kind of requirement, you will formulate this data as part of hierarchies. That is what it is. Now, if you want to understand what is that when you say reporting level tree structure, for example, look at this one. Let me design a query on top of this. In this cube, look at this. I have this cube. There is a dimension called customer, and there is got a characteristic called customer number. When I go in, I have this hierarchies enabled, and I've got so many hierarchies already maintained on this particular characteristic. So now once I have the hierarchies built, if you want to see them, look at this. I've got a cube has a characteristic, and that characteristic has got attribute tables or text table or hierarchies. For example, if I want to go with that, say look at this. You can see this is a Kunal, and these are the hierarchies which are maintained here. For example, this is like region-wise hierarchy here. See, this is like a tree-like structure here. Okay. Now, when you maintain this kind of data in the backend as hierarchies here, how does it reflect in the reporting is what I'm trying to show you. So then you get the exact requirement why I want to go with hierarchies. Considering how do we use that hierarchy in the front end, the reporting. YX sales. Let's have design report on this cube. I'll get customer. Let's say some amount. Okay. Now if I just run this report, you show me list of all the customers. Yeah? When I run this report, it's going to get list of all the customers and the revenue against each of this customer. Yeah. Now what I do is I go back to this. Look at the display of it, just listing out all the customer numbers here. I'll say right click and so what? Properties. I want this customer number to be displayed with an hierarchy. Now you choose the hierarchy now. These are the hierarchies what we have built in the packet in the modeling. Yeah. Let's say what was that? What was hierarchy we were seeing? Region text. Text. Okay. Okay. Save. So you start getting to see this. You start getting to see this hierarchy. Expand this. South, expand, and expand value, expand Hyderabad, expand map. Okay. And if there are any customer who does not belong to any of this node, you get to see them as what? Not assigned node. Now you get to see all. There are a lot of customers who are not in the part of hierarchy. They all get into non-customers. So when you maintain hierarchies in the backend, you get to show the output in this format, like a tree-down structure or a tree-like structure, where user can do drill down into these values or a tree-like structure display in the report. This is possible only if you maintain the data as hierarchies in the backend. Okay. Suppose I have other attributes, right? For example, I've got region, yeah, or let's say country. If you look at attributes are shown to the side of it. But when you maintain the same thing as hierarchies, you get to see them as a drill down structure or a tree-like structure. That is the purpose of hierarchies. If you maintain the text, it enables you to show instead of key with the description from the text table. If you maintain them as attributes, you get to see them on the side, to the side of the column, the characteristic. And if you maintain the hierarchies, you can provide this drill down structure in the report, or tree-like structure in the report. That is why you model some part of data as part of hierarchies. Yes, clear? Did you understand the requirement why we are going for hierarchies in the backend? So you would maintain the data as part of hierarchies when you have some parent-child data and tree-like structure data. And in the reporting, you want to provide users in the drill-down format or tree-like structure format in the display. Then you model that particular data as part of hierarchies. Yes, clear? Okay. Good. So what I've done is, now we're going to see how to create hierarchies. How to create hierarchies manually. So, even with the master data, what you've seen is, even with the master first you've seen how to maintain master data manually, then you've seen about how to load this master data from a source. Same way what we'll do, first we'll see how to create hierarchies manually. Then we'll see how to build that hierarchy by loading it from a source. Okay. So what I've done is I've considered this characteristic YH Kunnar. I have considered this characteristic called YH Kunnar, but there's no mass data in it at all. There's no customer values in it. But it's a new in pocket what I just created. If you try this, there is no data, nothing is loaded. It's a new info. But what I want to do is, I know I've got my data in B&W Kunnar. From this Kunnar, I would like to load it to my master. You know how to load it from platform or whatever, but this time I'm going to load from information to information. So I'll go to info provider. Insert my base flow, YH Kunnar. I'm going to insert my info as info provider. I want to right click, say what, create transformations. What is my target source? Info. Which info it is? What attribute? Attribute to attribute. Okay. It's all mapped, and I'm mapping this cooler to YH cooler. So you can restart routing, end routing, export routing, whatever you want, you can manipulate. Because instead of loading this master again from platform, I'm showing you how to load from one master to another master. Same way I want to load my text also. What is this here? Text. It is proposing mapping products because the names are same, but this customer was a difference on mapping expression. And then there's the BDP. First I'm trying to load the mask attributes and text, then we start formulating. It's not mandatory to have attributes and text, but for me to have some data in it, I'm trying to build some this way. Okay? How to create hierarchies? First we will see by using text nodes. So we can create hierarchies either by using text nodes or normal character sequence. But first example I'm showing you how do we create hierarchies manually with the text nodes, which is very simple. Let that go on. What I will create what it is text. Text, there is no data. Done. Okay. Load. Now if I try to see the data for this, I have forget about attributes, but I have these numbers already. Attributes in lake condition. Don't worry on the attributes, but you have the customer number. That's nice. Now, for this informative YH cooler, I would like to build some hierarchy on top. So I've got some set of customers. My requirement is to build it this way. Set customers. I have a set of customers, but I just want to build an hierarchy like this. So I would like to have regions, or I would like to have a hierarchy like this. South, okay. North, and then under the south I would like to have Hyderabad and say Bangalore, and here I would like to have Delhi and say Kolkata, some node. And under this I just want to list out some customers, some customers here. And each of this node, I just want to build in some customers. This is what I want, okay? So how do we build this hierarchy? Okay? Now in informative methods, now go to the tab hierarchies. Now let's go to change mode. We have a tab called hierarchies where you maintain, this is a tab which we use it to maintain hierarchies for the informative. In the master text tab, we have a checkbox with master data where you indicate you would like to maintain attribute table for this informative. And with checkbox indicating you would like to formulate text table for this informative. In the hierarchy tab, we have checkbox called with hierarchies, so which will indicate that you would like to formulate hierarchies for this informative. Informative hierarchies kavala udda and this is the checkbox. So what do you do? Yes, I need hierarchies, so I am enabling this checkbox. As soon as you say you need hierarchy, you will have to choose what type of hierarchy do you want to build now. There are three types of hierarchies where you can build. Hierarchy not time dependent, Entire hierarchy is time dependent. Time dependent hierarchy structure. These are three major types of hierarchies. Now when I say hierarchy not time dependent, try to understand this. When I say hierarchy not time dependent, the relationship between the parent and child is fixed. Always. For example, let's say there is a node called Hyderabad. Hyderabad always belongs to South. And let's say there is a customer 225, it always belongs to Hyderabad. So the relationship between my parent and child is always fixed. So then I call that as hierarchy not time dependent. It doesn't change over time. The structure of the hierarchy is fixed at any point of time. Yes. Now, the entire hierarchy is time dependent. Now, if you look at this, let's say I have one set of hierarchy completely, and this set of hierarchy is valid only for the year 2013. Then for next year, I need to have different set of hierarchy altogether. So that when I have the entire hierarchy being different on time, we set it as entire hierarchy is time different. Hierarchy is different on time. And now when I say time dependent hierarchy structure, there is only one hierarchy. Within this hierarchy, the relationship between the parent and child differs from day to day, from time to time. Now I say customer 225 belongs to node South from Jan 1st to December 31st of 2030. And same customer 225 belongs to North or belongs to Chennai or Kolkata from January 2014 to December 2014. So the relationship between my parent and child is dependent on time. That is what time dependent hierarchy structure. How many of you understand this? Not heard, but the hierarchy structure is fixed. Entire hierarchy dependent on time ante, but the hierarchy time dependent. Only hierarchy structure lo nodes move into time dependent, but that is time dependent hierarchy structure. The one which I want to build is normal, non-time dependent at all. Select this hierarchy not time dependent. So you go to build with text nodes. Okay, good. Enable this and say activate. For attribute table, what is the database table does it use in the backend? P. For text table does use P. For storing hierarchy table does use three tables, H, I and K. Okay, I'll tell you. As soon as you say I would like to have hierarchies, it does start creating those three tables for you. So activate. But all those three tables are blank now because we have not yet forwarded any hierarchy. See, /H/K/I. Don't worry on what is what now. There are three tables, H, I and K, that is it. And all these tables as of now will be blank because we have not yet forwarded any hierarchies. Now, once the in-public settings are ready like this, now you can start about maintaining your hierarchy for this in-public. For Sundar, okay. Now once all this is activated, now you can click on the button, maintain hierarchy. Because I am trying to create hierarchies manually. Okay. See what else? Create. Just give the hierarchy name. Yeah. Something. That's my name. Yeah. So it takes me to a screen where you can start creating my hierarchies. Yeah. Now, first what is that you want is I want to build like this. Yeah. At the top, I want one more node as let's say root. There's no variable, but I want a node called root. Under root, I want these two, and then these, and then the customers. Yeah. So what I want is now what is the text node? Yeah. What is the node? What is the text name you want? The root and view description serviceable. So now you see the text element comes like a folder. That's one node. Yeah. Under root, select this. Again, you want two more text nodes. What is it? One more. Okay, under south again I want two more text nodes. What is it? Okay, now select north text node and say save. Just so it has state nodes under the south. Yeah. Text node. Okay, like this I have forwarded my text nodes like this. You can see the properties. Node, see, there is one node root. In hierarchy, each value is called as one node. Yeah? So for every node it does assign one ID, root. What is the node ID? 1. Okay? It does have something, what is it? In pocket of this node, 0 is underscore node and say node ID is root of this. And for this node ID is 2, for this node ID is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For node ID 6, who is the parent? The node ID is 3. For node ID 4, who is the parent? So, this node ID is 2. So, based on this node ID, it is always the parent-child link. How as we created it. Okay. Now, this is all fine. Now, let's say under Hyderabad, I would like to have some customers. I would like to put some customers. Now, I would like to put some customer as 225. This 225, is it a value of my in-pocket YH Kunda? Or is it just a blank node? Or is it just a text node? It's a value of a characteristic. So we call this characteristic node. If you want to insert value of certain characteristic in-pocket into the hierarchy, we use characteristic nodes. If we just want to formulate some nodes like this, like a folder, we use text nodes. Now I want to insert customers, so I can just what? Characteristic nodes. Which characteristic nodes? YH Cooler. So you start showing me all the customers from the master database. List me. Very little like I can say right click, say what? Customer insert. It will show me all the customers from the master database. Okay? And we're going to put some other 250. 200 to 260 series and okay, all will be under Hyderabad. Okay, next Bangalore, right click, so what? Customer insert. Let's go into the Bangalore. Delhi, I'll go with I series. Then I'll go into some other things into paper. So this is about policy. Now you see some difference between this node and this node. You see this like a characteristic node value. So this is like a characteristic node and these are your text nodes. So for a characteristic node, you have the associated in-pocket. 560 is the value of this in-pocket. YH Kuna. But for text node, you always see in-pocket as 0 underscore node. For text node, the in-pocket representing text node will be always 0 underscore node. And for other in-pockets, you can have corresponding in-pockets representing the value of that in-pocket. Okay? And then activating value. So this is about trading with the larger than the hierarchy. Okay. So refresh. Now we get to see the error. It is the display. This is hierarchy of build. By using mostly, I've built most of the hierarchies by using text nodes. Good, simple. Now I would like to see the same hierarchy in the reporting. Okay? But if this hierarchy is built on which characteristic here? Y is right? I'll go to my queue, yeah? I'll change this queue. Because until unless I use the characteristic in a queue, I can't do the reporting and show you. I'm taking this. I'm deleting all the data in the queue because in the queue I was using the old informed Kuna. I'll start using the new one here. Where is the Y? Okay, I've deleted the old characteristic and then added my new one, which is where for which I have converted my hierarchy. Let me start building hierarchies. Now, Kuna has to be mapped. This will not be, this will be what? Y is Kuna. So when I do reporting on the screen, now I'll have Y is Kuna, not the BMW Kuna. Done? Decent are it's a country day. So we want to use this informed customer, which is what? Why is cooler? Let me use this amount. Now I'm trying to show that with the hierarchies. What is hierarchy we have? Text nodes region. Select this. Okay. Let's expand to 11. Okay. So you get root, north and south, and expand north, you get to see. Why only Delhi and the customers who are in Kolkata may not have performed transactions. That's why it shows only Delhi. If I expand south, I get to see Hyderabad and Bangalore. When I expand Hyderabad, I get to see the customers who are under that. But look at under Hyderabad, I've got a lot of customers. Why does it show only these 7? These are the only ones. Out of, let's say there are 100 customers in Hyderabad, only the customers who have performed transactions in this one. And all the customers who do not belong to any of this will be coming into. Clear on this, Bruce? Okay. Now we'll see how do we create hierarchy with the characteristic nodes. We can also build hierarchy with characteristic nodes. So we'll see how to create hierarchies manually, but by using some characteristic nodes. Yeah. If there are some customers who does not belong to any of this node and have still performed transactions, they will be all will be shown under not asset. The customer service you never put under Delhi or Kolkata or anything. So that all those customers who are not part of any of this node will be shown as not asset, because since they are not part of hierarchy, I cannot stop them showing in the queue in the repository. They will be shown, but they all have to belong to what? The system doesn't know they all belong to which one, so they all get into not asset. Okay. So next I would like to create hierarchies with characteristic nodes. Put this same. I got some hierarchy. Okay. I want it same almost. Let's say this time I'll put east to west. Okay. Something state 1, state 2 to west. State 3, state 4. Okay. And I want some customers under each of this. C1, C2, C3. Now this hierarchy I want. How many nodes we have in this hierarchy? Forget about this root node. Yeah? This is just the name of the hierarchy. The main thing is then I got states. Yeah? So each value is one node, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've got 18 nodes. I want to build hierarchy with 18 nodes. Okay? Then in an hierarchy we also have concept for something called node level. When you say node level, look at this. How many levels of hierarchy are you trying to build here? East and west are at one level. Then I've got the states in the next level. And in the next level I've got what? Customers. We call those levels. Okay? And now we start counting this node level from node level 0, node level 1 and node level 2 levels. For example. Good particular. Okay. In this scenario, I got extended root node. For W compass, what is node level? 1. North, is it node level 2. For south, what is node level? 2. That is okay level. Yeah? But if you look at nodes of polarity, it is node level 3. The customer journey will be at node level 4. That is levels. Okay. So now we are not going with the root node. Yeah? So this will be node level 1, state will be in the node level 2, in the node level 3. If I ask you how many nodes do I have at node level 2 first? Node level 2. Node level 2 state 4. How many nodes do I have at node level 3 and 12? You understand our node level and nodes? Okay, good. Now I'm listing out things. In BW, you can build hierarchy maximum up to 99 node levels. In BW, we can only build hierarchy maximum up to 99 node levels, not 5. I can get the rule. Okay. Okay, what? Now we're trying to build hierarchy with characteristic nodes or text nodes. As text node means straight away I'll go and create my folder and then use it. Nothing else is needed. Yeah? Now characteristic nodes. If it is characteristic nodes, for each node level I must have one characteristic informant. So for this node level I must have one informant. Characteristic informant again. For node level 2 I must have one informant, and for node level 3 I need to have one informant. The node level 3 is got all the customer values. Do I already have informant for it? YH underscore Kunal? I already have the informant Kunal which is representing this node level 3. Similarly, I need to have one informant which is representing node level 2 and node level 1. Means I want some informant which says state and what? Region. Okay? So like this for each node level I have to have my informant with the values there. Let me maintain that. I'll say YH region. Let's say I'll say care. Let me start. I don't need any items. I just want that in the topic. Let me maintain the values manual. One is east and west. So that when I'm building hierarchy, I can easily choose what I want. Okay, then I want one more incorporate for state here. Okay, that's it. So I've got both the objects ready now. So like this, for incorporate representing node level 1, I have YH underscore region with all the node values. For incorporate representing node level 1, I have one more YH underscore state. Okay, and I have another incorporate representing the customer values. Okay, once I have the incorporate ready for each node level, now I would like to build a hierarchy first by using all these three nodes. So should I build hierarchy on region or on state or on schooner? How to be decided? Once it is identified, once we identify incorporate for each node level, the incorporate representing the highest node level, we'll have to use it for creating hierarchies on top. So now in this case, what is incorporate representing the highest node level? Highest node level is 3. What is incorporate for highest node level? Kunnar, YH Kunnar. On top of Kunnar, I'll have to build my hierarchies first. That is the answer. Okay. So I'll go to YH Kunnar. I've already enabled it for hierarchies, already done. Okay. I can straight away go over creating maintain hierarchies. When I go over maintain hierarchies now, this time, do you want to build hierarchies by using some characteristic nodes of some other incorporate, like say region and state? Your state nodes, straight away can go over creating, but your characteristic nodes, you are trying to use incorporate characteristic values of some other incorporate, right? Which will have to specify it here, what all incorporate values I'm going to use. External characteristics and hierarchies. These two incorporates first, YH region and state. I'm going to use the values of these two incorporates to build my hierarchies. Specify them in the Excel file and that too. Now, when I go over to maintain hierarchies, I can insert the values of region or state or Kunnar. Because we are building hierarchies on Kunnar, so we don't have to specify Kunnar. Okay, let's say what? Maintain hierarchies again. This is already there and I want to create a new one. Yeah? Just come and say pair nodes. Yeah. Okay. The first you want, these are not expecting any root. You want to get key create text node as root. I don't want that. I don't need that. Straight away I want to insert two values of region from which are the values of which incorporate first. Click on characteristic nodes. YH what? Region. It lists me out values of this. Now select this. So I get two nodes, east and west. Essential technicalness which tells you east is actually node level 2, node ID is 2, which is the value of which incorporate YH region, and actual node key is E, and this one is node key is W. Okay, what's fine? Then now select east. Under east I want to have stage 1, stage 2. Yeah? So select east, right click and select east and click on what? Characteristic nodes. Now under each you would like to insert nodes of which is characteristic state. Now which values of state? S1, S2. Okay. Select rest again, characteristic nodes S3, S2. Okay. Now look at this. This node is representing with region. This is representing with void state. When a 0HR node lays. Only when you are inserting text nodes, then only the 0HR node function. Okay. And again, now state 1 can take customers now. State customer insert. Either function I am just selecting. Okay. State 2. State 3. This is about building hierarchy or characteristic nodes. See the text nodes is like this. So do you understand about building hierarchy characteristic nodes and text nodes? You can do it anything. And like this you can go on formulating multiple hierarchies on one characteristic like this. In the reporting you can choose what you want. For example, now it's previously been showing with this, right? If we go to the report, it will show me both the hierarchies. So go to save setting. So if I select text node, it will show me north and south and those. Now if I select characteristic node, char node, it will show me those values. Enter, but showing the keys, S2. I think those are only two customers who from what I have selected. Because I just selected very less. And rest all is in unmasked. This is about display again. You can have the hierarchy created either on text elements or on characteristic nodes. Either of those. Okay, fine. Any doubts till here? Element. Yes. So I end up at 3 node levels. So you want to build a characteristic node. So for each node level I must have a characteristic informant. And those nodes must be the values of that informant. And because the informant I have representing the highest node level, and I am going to build hierarchy on top of that information. If highest node level represents information, I information means hierarchy building. And it's not that you can build hierarchy with characteristic nodes, or you can also use what? Text nodes, either of those. Okay, boss? నా సొంతం నేను ఎప్పుడు చెప్పుకున్నాను స్టేట్ ఇది చాలా స్టేట్. Okay, and then same hierarchies you can even load it from a flat file also. You can also load it from flat file. But only thing is, when you are loading your master data attributes or text or your transaction data, we are seeing 2 flows, 3.x flows, 7 flow like this. In 3.x we just been using info package. In 7 you've been using transformation and redirect. But when it comes to hierarchies, as of BA 7.0, there is no new enhancement done in 7. The loading of hierarchies has to be done only in 3.x data flow. In 7.3, there has been a flexible of loading hierarchies with the GTP also. But till BA 7.0, there is no improvement done on hierarchies. The loading of hierarchies must be done same like 3.x mask data. Nothing. There is no concept of loading hierarchies with DDP not possible. Okay. 1 second.
What do you mean hierarchy first to classify? There's one customer who is going to market one of the after the so how do you build the same?
That is what we use hierarchy time structure time difference. For example, if you see this, if I go with this, I'll say hierarchy, time different hierarchy structure, and say maintain hierarchies, and say create.
So do you have to do the whole thing for one customer or one customer? Yeah, this is one customer to share the conversation.
ఏదది ఏమని డేటా
There.
నువ్వు ఎవరో మాత్రం అందరికి తెలుస్తుంది వితౌట్ యూ స్పెసిఫిక్ సిస్టమ్ ఇలా రికగ్నైజ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్పెసిఫై. Let them find insert this customer name. Set 22. Okay? Yes, and another page. And I'm trying to insert 22 here also. Do not copy duplicate, don't copy duplicate and say copy duplicate. I'll go here and specify activate jail. After changing the directory, I have not activated. పెట్టినాక I have not activated. Actually, అలా పెడితేనే అది డేట్ అడుగుతున్నాను. ఏ డేట్ నుంచి ఏ డేట్. Only as soon as insert 22 is both, or 22 right click both time interval anukunna. From date to date is special. So the 22 is under south from this date to this date, and 22 will be under north from this date to this date. And what date will it consider while reporting will be your very key date. So key date ఏ ఇంటర్లో పడుతుంది దాన్ని బట్టి అది నోట్ డిటర్మైన్ చేస్తుంది ఎక్కడ చూపించాలి. ఓకే.